What up, guys? Welcome to the channel. This is the founder and CEO of Forex Cartel. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But without any further ado, let's just get into it. I recently bought myself an account with Top One Futures, which is one of the best futures platform that you can trade with. I bought a 25k account, and as you can see, we are up $921 in profit. Our profit target is 1.5, $1,500. The most traded. So basically, I trade MES, which is short for S&P 500. Over here we have the statistics, everything you need to know. The risk to reward, the worst trade, the best trade, how many trades you've took. So yeah, guys. So I'm just gonna run over my past trades. So basically, on the 22nd of March, I made a substantial amount of profits. I made $740, and I completely stopped, right? But on the 1st of April, this was days afterwards. I didn't trade for several days. I lost 600. I lost $600. I was basically over trading, as you can see. 22 trades. I was over trading, so I took a loss, and I was like, I need to stop. But basically, what happened was I lost 400 initially, and I was like, I didn't stop. We try to make back our losses, but often that doesn't go as planned. So we did learn our lesson. We lost 600 USD, but we did actually manage to make it back. So this was this was the losing streak. We lost 87, 37, 126, 137. We only made profit once, which was 175, and we kept on going. We lost an overall amount of 600 USD on that day. So yes, guys, I just want to show you guys what happened. So over here we have our chart. This is S&P 500. In the future space we call this MES. All right. So this actually, in short, this represents the dollar. S&P is an index made up of 500 of the biggest US companies. Yeah, do your research, guys. So basically over here you can see there's we call this a jump. The market sprang up, and it was a clear buying opportunity. But when you see a clear buying opportunity, you don't just enter into the market. So I'm just gonna run through how I was able to, or just what happened for me to be at this point. So I realized that the market has been showing us strong bullish momentum. It broke out of this structure over here. It's not a really significant point, but it's some sort of a region whereby the market has been coming back to that same spot. You see the 1st of April, the market actually went down right over here. The market actually, it was going short, and we were actually anticipating buys. So this is why we lost 600 US dollars, because the market was just giving us a retest on our recent support. But yeah, basically looking at let's look at the 2nd of April. We came back a lot stronger. We lost 125, but we kept on going. We made $262, $262 again, made 125, and I can go on and on. We only lost $25 and 137. Basically, my aim was just to recover the previous losses, nothing much. We only made like $173 on top. So we did actually manage to recover the losses, guys. As you can see over here, I almost lost the account, guys. I almost lost the account. So the maximum drawdown was $625. I lost $601. So I was this close to losing the account. So yeah, guys, I have one more thing to add on before I go. It is to just take your time, guys. I bought the account on the 10th of March. I only took my first trades on the 22nd of March. I don't just trade every day. I might analyze every day, but I don't trade every day. So this is something I want you guys to take seriously and take note of. But yeah, going back to our charts, I'm anticipating a buy. I'm anticipating S&P 500 index to go up. It has to push higher, 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 and higher. But yes, guys, beware of the retracements and pullbacks. One thing I learned is that have a loss target, man. I did have a loss target of 400 USD, but I pushed forward. So one thing I've learned is just to always stick with the plan. But yeah, anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you want more content like this. And I'll be with you guys in the next one. Peace.
This is not financial advice.